Good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Okay, I have something I want to share with all of you. As many of you may have known from my previous videos, I have been working on doing a self-study program that I myself have created, basically teaching myself various subject matter, and that is still going to go forward. But I have recently been thinking about different certificate programs to enhance skills that I already have, or to add new skills to my resume. And I recently saw an ad for what is known as Stratford Career Institute. This is based in they are based in St. Albans, Vermont, but they are also, their main headquarters is actually in Canada. And this is a self-study program. They send you the materials directly to your home. At one time, this was what would have been known as like an at-home self-study program, and it primarily still is today. They do now have an online version, but basically you can access your textbook, you can access study guides, and they have an online library where you can gain access to obviously pretty much what you can get off of the internet. You can utilize their library. And then you can also submit your exams online, where back prior to the online version, excuse me, you would mail in your exams to them. And you still can do this, as you can see here. They have sent me these envelopes. I can submit my exams. But I have decided for this particular certificate to do the medical billing specialist. As some of you may know, I do have my degree in education, but due to some chronic illness issues, I had to discontinue teaching. I work with preschool age children, excuse me. But I thought, well, to look into other options for something that could give me skills in an office job. The medical field is always big. I do have a background in biological sciences. I studied biology. I did not obtain my bachelor's degree in biology. I then switched into education. But I thought, well, there's this certificate program. If anything, and I'll get into what exactly Stratford is and everything, if anything, this is going to introduce me to this field, give me a broad overview of what this field is, to see if I would want to then venture into. They don't really offer, maybe some schools now offer actual degrees in this, but mostly for billing and coding, it's certificates. Most of your schools, and then there's the national certificates that you must take in order to actually go out and work in the field. This does not provide you with a national certificate. You will get a certificate from Stratford that says you completed their course, and you have that basic information under your belt, similar to going to the community college and getting their certificate. But you then have to go further and take the actual, like a board test certification exam to get the national certifications. And I'll come back on and do a video on what the different certificates are out there for official billing and coding. But this is just for the Institute's certificate, and they have a certificate in every certificate program that they provide. So now I got this, I happened to get this on special. This is only going to cost me slightly over $31 a month, and that's it. This goes for approximately 15 months, but it can go up to 2 years. I plan to complete it in the 15 months, unless something happens that I get sick or in the hospital, something like that. But the most they give you for their certificate programs is 2 years. Now, as you can see here, when you sign up for this course. It's very easy and it's very open. Anybody, regardless of your background, can, complete these programs. You don't have to have prior college education. You don't have to have any of that. They do offer a online high school version for people that maybe are studying for the GED. It might give you a foundation. It's not going to be an official diploma, but it could give you a foundation so that then you could go and take your GED test. So this is the medical billing specialist course I have signed up for, and like I said, it will go for 15 months, at the most 2 years. And when you first get your little packet, there is a let me see, you will be given a letter, and I made sure there was nothing official on here that you guys couldn't read. You'll be given a letter from the executive director. You're emailed a student number. That's not given you anymore in the paperwork. At one time that would have been given in the paperwork. And they give you, a number to call if you have any difficulties, what have you. And they also give you these papers here if you need to change your address, request for service, request for instruction, and you would fill out all of this information and then submit your request. And you can also submit these online as well. But again, this is how it would have been prior to online. So this is the student handbook you get. Obviously now they just kind of photocopy this. I believe back in the day it was a nicer handbook, but this is your handbook. It goes over everything, completing exams, stuff like that, so that is one thing you get. And evidently they're now celebrating 30 years, so that's quite an achievement for them. Excuse me. I apologize. The weather has been making my asthma just absolutely crazy lately, so I apologize for that. But you're given a course outline, as you can see here. You'll have session 1, lesson 1, medical terminology. It tells you the systems you're going to study, and you continue on medical terminology. And if you open that up, then you would go into session 2, session 3, and session 4. For right now, I'm beginning session 1. And then it just tells you here how to get started. Locate your assignment book, read the introduction, read all of this stuff. If you encounter any problems, you can contact them via the web or the phone number. So that's good information to keep. And this is their actual building. I believe that is located in Canada. I don't believe that that is located in Vermont. I could be wrong, but I believe it's located in Canada, at least what I have researched on Google Maps. So, and your student handbook, if you're someone who hasn't gone to school for many years and you forget, or you maybe don't have the best study skills, they do offer you some guidelines in there on how to study, how to set up a schedule, what have you, which is pretty nice. So here is your module. This is the student assignment book. And this is for what is considered module 1, or up here they call it session 1, but same thing. So this is for assignments you will be doing. And of course it gives you an introduction here, and it tells you, where the exams are. You will actually take exams, but you'll also fill out, assignments as well as you go along. There's review questions, as you can see here. And then this is your actual exam. So you get to actually, these obviously are not complex. Well, I don't know that they're not complex, but I mean, they're not like fill in the blank or great long lengthy essays or anything of that nature, at least not in the very beginning. But like with all courses, you start off light and then you build as you grow. So that is your exam booklet. And from what I understand, when you submit your third exam, they will then once they receive that in the mail, they will then, and then this is how the answer sheets look. But you can do this online as well. But they will then mail your next modules, books, and materials out to you as soon as they receive your third exam. So you turn in your third exam and they automatically put your stuff in the mail. And let me see, they mailed my stuff on the 7th and I got it today. So that tells you how very quick it came. It does not take that long. Now, if you're in another country, that may be different. I don't know how long, but even in COVID times still, it didn't take them long at all to get my books to me. So, and for this course, this is the first textbook. And that's another thing. You can get your textbooks online. If you want, you can sit and print this whole thing out online. I did look online, and I was able to see, excuse me, the textbook, and I was able to download all of this. All of this stuff can be found online. If you want to strictly do this all online, you are welcome to do so. You do not have to do anything at home, except study, of course. But I prefer to have an actual textbook, and this is an actual textbook. This is not something just designed for them. This is a textbook that you would go out and probably pay, like, you know, who knows, $80 or $100 for. So very nice textbook, as you can see. So this is Essential Medical Terminology, and by Margaret Prudent and Sharon Burns. And this is by Darnley Publishing Group. This is out of Canada. So yeah, you first talk about your basic word structure. You go into your skeletal system, your muscular system, the cardiovascular system, the blood, lymphatic, and the immune systems, your respiratory system, digestive system, endocrine system, urine system, your reproductive system, nervous system, integumentary system, and special senses. And then you have these appendices, glossary, medical terms, and then there are exercises in this book as well. And I'm the type that I will go through this book and kind of skim it before I actually begin studying. And tomorrow I'm going to sit down with all of my materials and I'm going to design myself a study guide, basically, that I want to follow, a timeline when I want to finish this module, get my tests done, send them in. And so I will come back on either tomorrow or the next day and try to share with you guys my overall study. So you have all of this, and let's see, let's look here ahead. This is chapter 1. You can see, you know, it's relatively simple, but here you have, like all textbooks, you have some exercises. So I would advise anybody doing this to go ahead and do these exercises, as well as what is in your student assignment booklet. You know, do the program. It's on your own. You can go at your own pace. Like here it talks learning objectives, describe the basic word structure of medical terms, identify and describe skeletal muscles, review types of movement. So it gives you some things to go over and, you know, really delve deep into what you're learning, because what you're learning is going to get you not just your certificate, but that extreme foundation, so that if you go out and you take the national exam, if you do the course correctly, you'll be able to pass that test and walk into a doctor's office or a nursing home or hospital and get a job as a medical billing specialist. So yeah, that is what I have decided to do in addition to everything else I'm doing. I am looking forward to this. You know, right now I just don't have the funds and I don't want to add on any more extreme debt. I saw this is going to give me a base, a foundation. Maybe there are other courses once I do this, if I really find I enjoy this, perhaps then I'll look into maybe just one class or something like that to build on this and then go take the national test. We'll see. There's a couple other, I'm not going to lie, there's a couple other of these certificate programs that I am going to take that will build on this. So I plan to share all of that with you guys here on the channel. And yeah, so this is what I have decided to do. So anybody out there that wants to look into Stratford, and let me just talk a moment about actual Stratford themselves. Now, this is a career institute. They provide certificate programs. I will definitely, when I go to edit the video, I will add the link to their website in the description box below. These are not associate or bachelor's degrees, and these are also not national or licensed governmental certifications. These are strictly certifications given by them, simply like similar to like a community college or a tech school, which is what this is going to give you a certificate that you completed their program. You then have to go forward, no different than a teacher. A teacher obtains their degree, but then they have to go forward and get their teacher cert via the state. This is no different. You're going to do the work, study, you're going to get this certificate. It's going to say that you have a base knowledge in medical billing, or if you want to do medical administration, or you want to do early childhood education, whatever you want to do, it's going to give you that base. But you are then going to have to take that base and go out and then get those other certifications. But compared to some other courses out there that provide you the exact same thing, this is a lot cheaper. Normally this runs around $1,000, slightly over $1,000 for this course. I got it for $499, and I pay only $31, I think it's like $31.19 a month, something like that. That's it. Where my early childhood education, ooh, yeah, you're looking, that was close to $30,000. Yeah. One book, or actually, let me correct that. 1 credit, not 3 credits. 1 credit at my university costs more than this whole entire course. 1 credit. That doesn't even give me a class. That just gives me a credit. I still have to add 2 more credits in order to get 1 class. So yeah, I'm getting a whole basic foundational course. And it's not equivalent to, when I say course, it doesn't mean like it's 1 class. This is a certificate program. It would be essentially like going to community college and going for a year and a few months and getting a certificate. Or in those courses, you may do it quicker, but you could do this essentially probably in like, you know, I may advance through this quicker because I have so much background. But essentially your bills are you're billed for 15 months. So I figure if that is the case, that's why I say I'm giving myself the 15 months to really dive deep and study. I want to know this. I don't want to just, okay, willy-nilly take a test and voila. You know, no, I want to really know this and know this field. And if I do decide to go further into this field, I have a good solid foundation. That's what these courses give you. They're basically giving you like your freshman year. Let's look at it that way. Basically, these courses are giving you your freshman year out of the way. And then if you want to further your education, they're not giving you an associate's, but they're giving you that first year and a half. And then you could go further into it in an associate's program. This usually does not have degree programs, but some fields do, like early childhood education. You could come here and get an early childhood certificate. And yes, I can tell you, you could teach with that, okay? Because there are teachers out there that have no education but a high school degree or high school diploma. No education whatsoever. And I have worked with loads of people who have no degree whatsoever, have never walked on a college campus. So yeah, if you wanted to be a preschool teacher or a preschool teacher aide or a substitute, you could easily do this. Yeah, you could. And there's other fields. There's a gentleman on YouTube that is doing I believe, small engine repair at home as well through Stratford. I will also try to remember to put his channel down and give him a call out here. But yes, look into this, and don't just think that this is a diploma mill. This is not. I do want to be upfront and honest with you all. This is not an accredited, like, it's not through the national or the regionally accredited programs. This is their own program. So yes, essentially, like, if you take this, the credits would not transfer. Okay, you still would probably have to repeat medical terminology if you went at your community college. But for those that are in situations like mine, or just they're financially strapped, or they're not sure, do I really want to do this field? This gives you a small cost to give you to dip your toes in the water, let you know whether you really want to maybe get a bigger, I shouldn't say bigger, but you know, a different certificate, or use this knowledge to get the national certificate. That's what I may end up doing. And this is a real, true textbook. You know, this is not something that they created and they're just giving you this floppy little book. This is an honest to God textbook, see? So this textbook alone, I can guarantee you, probably would cost you, I'd have to look it up online, it would be at least $50 to $100. I can almost guarantee it, because textbooks are so expensive. But I just want to give you guys you know, an outlook on Stratford for those that need something, love studying, we're going to come back on and I'm going to talk about self-study and what all that requires, because believe you me, you do have instructors. You can call and talk with an instructor, and they do have people that will grade your tests, okay? This is not just willy-nilly a computer. No, they'll actually grade your test, and they can they will provide you feedback, and you can call and talk to someone. I've already talked to, oh gosh, 4 or 5 conversations with the admissions counselor, and I got a lot of great advice on some of the questions I had. But you're given a lot here. It's a good opportunity, I think, for stay-at-home moms, for people like myself that are maybe now critically ill, or, you know, unable to go back to the career they had, or you want to change your career. This gives you an option, and a more affordable option, to at least start getting some of that foundation. And especially for entry-level jobs, which is what a lot of this is entry-level jobs where you're paying to get yourself some certificates, or people you want to add skills to your resume. Say you're already out in the field. Let's say you're already in medical billing, but you want to do medical transcriptionist. They have a medical transcriptionist field. Or you want to look into pharmacy tech. Now, that is one thing I do want to make clear. You will not have any like student teaching, any internships. You will not have any actual hands-on field experience with this. This is total book based. I do want to make that very clear. This is total book based. But again, you yourself could go out and maybe contact a doctor's office and explain to them you're going through this certificate program. Could you possibly intern? Maybe there are internship positions out there, or volunteer and sit beside a billing specialist and watch and observe and learn what she does. I don't know as we go further if, you know, I know I will not learn the actual computer program that is used in billing and coding, but I may learn it via a book. I may not actually get to experience it. And I know there are a lot of billing and coding individuals that start their own services too. So it's not necessarily something that you have to actually go out to a doctor's office. Maybe you are able to start your own services right from your home. You can download, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm new to this. I'm looking into it. Oh my gosh, looking over this stuff, guys. Well, this is bringing back memories, because I know all this stuff. That's what's so funny. A lot of this stuff I already know. Yeah. I know every muscle in the human body. I know every bone. I know every ridge, all those names. I had to learn it all. But yeah, you know, I just want to give you guys an option out there. And just let you know that this is what I'm going to be doing in addition to my own self-study, my own course. I'm still going forward with that. But yeah, I wanted to look into a certificate program. So that was affordable, something that I could afford right now. I'd love to go further in my education, but you know, stuff's expensive and this gives me something. So thank you guys so much for joining me. And if you are interested in this, I will put a link to Stratford's school information down below, and also try to remember to give a shout out to that gentleman who also is doing their small engine repair. So thank you guys again. Hope you have a lovely day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.